Welcome back to the Critics in the Crowd, everybody. Today, we're doing something a little different. We've just wrapped the new year, our first year as a podcast, and we wanted to have a little bit of an awards show ourselves, seeing that awards season is upon us.
Welcome to the first annual Critics and the Crowd award show. All films will be receiving a golden C.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
I like that.
Okay. Here we go.
Up first, we've got favorite film of the year. We're going to start off with you, Liz. Out of all the films that we've covered, what is your favorite film?
My favorite is Step Up to the Streets. It has always been my favorite. It will always be my favorite. I mean, not my favorite in my life, but my favorite of the ones we've covered. Gosh, watching it again made me feel all the feelings I had when I was a little girl. Watching it, wanted to be a dancer. I can't dance. I mean, I can put a little boogie in my step, but I can't dance. But that film makes me feel like I can pop lock and drop it. What about you, Steele?
So if I had to be honest, it would be Big Trouble in Little China, but that doesn't quite qualify. Liz is dead in her seat. She's dead, everybody. I'm talking alone now. But if I had to choose out of the films that we've covered, it would either be It Follows or Shaft. It Follows, I feel, is the better film. I think it does a lot. It's a great indie feature. It's a great horror feature. It has great acting and it's great look. It's great texture. It's a really great film. I enjoyed myself more with Shaft. So I'm going to say best film, It Follows. Funnest film, Shaft.
Oh, so you just get to create your own categories now?
Yes.
Okay, I guess, it is our show. We never want, right? Next up. Most surprising film of the year.
For me, this is an easy one. Bratz. I had no idea that I was going to. Liz literally just stood up shrieking. I went in with zero expectation, and I wound up coming out with a film that I will probably watch a second and maybe a third time.
Watch it with your daughter.
Yes, exactly. I'll
please.
watch it with my kids.
I think she'll love it.
It's very sweet. It's very nice. There's a lot going on under the hood. Way more than what I expected with how the critics savaged it. It's not cinematic art, but there were most of the films on this list, with the exception of Twilight, which made me re-examine the film. I kind of knew what I was going to get into when I got with this. Some I loved a little bit more than I expected. Some I liked a little bit less than I expected. Bratz, easily the greatest divide. I went in expecting a 0% movie and got like a 60% movie.
Guys, this is why we have to share what we love, okay? We have to bring them to the other side, okay? Because, wow, I was not expecting that. I feel like I need to give you an award for being the most open-minded. Don't give me one, because I hate Big Trouble in Little China. Okay, I hate it. Okay. My most surprising film of the year is Saw. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. I thought I was in for a horror, gruesome, nasty, gross thing. I hate body horror. Absolutely can't. And I really actually enjoyed myself. I watched it twice because I wanted to show a friend to be like, hey, like let's watch this. I was watching this and I actually kind of liked it. I think the plot is incredible. I think it coming from, at the time, two unknown Australian young filmmakers, directors, writer, and it being as good as it was and having the names attached to it, I think the casting choice is incredible. I think it really began something amazing, and that's why it has so many subsequent films. And I think I want to continue watching the rest of the series till we get to the newest one that's going to come out. I don't know when, but sometime.
That's pretty big praise, considering that there are 500 Saw movies, and you're committing yourself.
Oh, does it get worse? Does it get more gruesome as it goes on? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I think I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it.
Next up, we have Best Performance of the Year, either male or female actor. Liz, who did you think, out of all the films that we saw, really pulled off their character?
Easily Tim Curry.
Yeah.
In Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No other. The rest of this list is academic. Yeah.
Absolutely. There was no competition, truly. I'm sure you had the same on your list, or?
Yes, that was that. I had second place the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus.
Oh my gosh, that's iconic too.
Yeah. For me, Tim Curry gets it because it's his cinematic debut.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. It's a thrilling performance. And as I always like to say, iconic. The way he commands the screen and makes you feel all the tingly, weird feelings. It was electric watching this for the kind of first time.
If I have to call out one more person, Riz Ahmed in Venom, I was shocked how much I liked his performance going back. Tom Hardy gives a powerhouse performance. And yet Riz Ahmed was great as the villain. Next up, we have Best Critics' Disappointment. That is the film that the critics disliked compared to the audience's love. Liz, what is your choice for best film that bombed with the critics?
Duh, Twilight. Are you kidding me right now?
Really?
Twilight.
I would put my money on The Wedding Planner for you.
Oh my God, wait. No, Twilight.
Twilight.
I recently rewatched all of the Twilights after, and oh my gosh, it was the perfect way to get me into the fall mood. I think it's Twilight. I mean, it's humongous. It's humongous what came after and life-changing. So I'm going to say Twilight.
I'm going to say that I enjoyed Shaft more than Saw, but I think Saw is a much better film than Shaft. I think that in that lens, what they were able to pull off with a minuscule budget and launch a gigantic empire, got to give it to Saw. I don't understand what critics hated about it. It is at least as good as Drag Me to Hell, which the critics loved. I don't get it. I think that Saw is a really nice film.
Best crowd disappointment. I think the only one that actually counts on our list is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
There were a few where the audience was below the critics. So Drag Me to Hell was like that. We had Emilia Perez. I believe that out of that, it's got to be Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Absolutely. It was gorgeous.
Yes.
Cinematically, I think besides its problems, I enjoyed myself.
I liked Drag Me to Hell. I think It Follows is a better film than Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But I'm not going to run to watch It Follows again. I will probably watch Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull again within a year, maybe two. I just love Indiana Jones so much, and it's such a roller coaster ride. It really has begun to elevate, in my opinion. When I first saw it, I was disappointed. I grew worse with it, and then it's slowly begun to build back up for me. So I really enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed the episode we did on it too. That probably colors it a little bit.
I did enjoy that too because we ate snacks, and that was fun.
Most polarizing film. These are the films that were most mixed on. So I'm going to lead off. For me, it's got to be Step Up to the Streets. I think that the dance work, the cinematography, it's great. The script really drags it down for me. And the just on-the-nose dialogue, Liz has a knife in her heart. It is, I cannot... I want to like it, and then I begin to think about all the things that I didn't quite get. But I will say, overall, it's still better than average. It's still at least a fun film that you can watch.
Do you like it better than Dashing Through the Snow?
I do like it better than Dashing Through the Snow.
Do you like it better than Bratz?
No, I don't like it better than Bratz.
Okay. That's wild, but okay. I mean, I love both very much. Very much.
I'll say this. I was pro Medea Christmas, and I think Step Up 2 is a better film than a Medea Christmas. So
agreed.
It's definitely above average. I that's what I'm saying. It's the most polarizing for me in that my opinions are all over the map, as opposed to something like Bring It On, In It to Win It, where I just didn't like it all that much. I didn't love it or loathe it, but I'm not polarized in that direction, whereas there's so much good in Step Up to the Streets, and there's so much that I dislike, and that's where my mind is.
My most polarizing film is It Follows. I feel like I should like it way more than I do, and it makes me sad that I don't, and that I maybe didn't get it. Like I'm missing out on something that the film boys know and that I just don't. And I mean, it was beautifully shot. The cinematography is amazing. I think the acting from our whole cast of characters is incredible. But I was left wanting more. And I felt upset at the open-endedness of the story. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. I'm sorry, everyone who loves It Follows. I really do. I really did want to like it. But now for the movies you wish qualified, but don't.
This is any film that exists that either of us wish qualified for the critics and the crowd, but doesn't qualify. What are the films that you find that are polarizing between audiences and critics that you were surprised to find are not all that polarizing and you wish that we could cover?
Shoot, and I didn't read the second half of that, so I just was like, pick your favorite movie so that we could cover it on the crowd.
Liz, you're probably your standard cinematic entries are.
Damn, you're so right. Okay, shoot. Okay, wait. I was going to say The Mummy, but I just looked up the Rotten Tomatoes score on Twister. It says 68% from critics and 58% from crowds. 58%?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I thought it would be like 95% from crowd.
It was a huge box office smash when it hit. I think it hasn't aged as well as some of the other films. And I think a lot of people saw Twisters and they liked Twisters more. Contemporaneously.
You couldn't like it more because I'm not in it. Okay? First of all. And just because it was in 4DX, 4K, Ultra HD, PhD. Listen, what? How do we not love Twister? Like 100%. I have to write it says over 250,000 ratings. I'm going to write 250,000 ratings that are all 5 stars, so this would be really much better. What? Steele? That's what we should cover, but I know we can't cover it. It's not as polarized. That's a 10-point difference, but that is in the opposite direction of what I thought. Twister I think is a perfect movie. What are your thoughts on Twister? Be nice.
I think it starts off very good, and I think that the editing mistakes and the ridiculousness of the plot really drag it down. It's an action movie. It's a summer blockbuster. It's not supposed to be high art. Liz is already dismissing me.
No, because he's wrong. That's literally all I got to say.
My choice is going to be something that Liz is going to smile about. If this qualified, I would love to examine it with you, Liz. The first Scary Movie. It's pretty much right down the center. I think it's like 51% from the critics and 43% from the crowd. Other Scary Movie movies do qualify. It's the first. It made a ton of money. It's the reason why they kept making them. I remember it being very polarizing at the time. I was shocked that it did not qualify for our podcast.
Scary Movie 2. I just realized it does qualify.
Yes.
That's my favorite of the scary movies.
Preview. We're going to be doing that one.
Oh my God, guys! Okay. Whoa! I cannot wait. Okay, that's a treat for me. That is my award. This is my reward for having to watch Dashing Through the Snow and Medea Christmas and Big Trouble in Little China.
Movie you want to cover the most next year. These are the films that we want to cover the most in 2026, kind of like a preview. They're not just movies that are good. These are movies that we are looking at into the future and seeing, that is going to be a very polarizing film that we think are going to split audiences.
I want to cover Scary Movie 6.
Mm-hmm. I knew that was coming.
I hope it does really, really well and that it's a resurgence of the franchise. But gosh, I know with the way that reboots have been going recently, the odds are surely stacked against them.
There are 2 movies that I know are going to be radically polarizing that I think you will want to cover, Liz. The Devil Wears Prada 2 and Practical Magic 2.
I hope that's not polarizing. I hope you guys effing love that movie because listen, I also need to be in that movie. If anyone's listening out there, Liz wants to be in Practical Magic 2. Liz wants to be in Scary Movie 6. Cast her in. I literally that is like the end all be all. That is like guys, it is so unfair that I can't just be in those movies. Damn it! You have no idea. It would make my life. It would make my life if I could do that. You know, one that I think that you're gonna want to cover, Wuthering Heights.
Yes.
Wuthering Heights.
I have a feeling that is going to be a critical darling, and I think the crowds are going to be mixed on it.
They already are.
Yeah. So I think that it might wind up being a complete bomb, and I think also with that cast and with that crew, it could pull it off and become something special. My gut feeling is that's going to be the most divisive. Second place, if I had a second place, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. The first one was very divisive. We're probably going to cover it on this podcast.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought it did well.
It did very well with the audience. It made $900 million. Critics were not a fan of it.
$900 million?
Something like that. It made almost $1 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
One that I think that you might be interested in that you would cover is 28 Years Later, Bone Temple.
Yes. I really liked 28 Years Later as a film. I really liked 28 Days Later. 28 Years Later was fairly divisive with the crowd. I don't think it qualifies. 28 Years Later does qualify
Wow.
for our podcast. Barely. 25%.
Okay.
88%
I was going to
from the
say, I met
critics.
people who did not like it.
Yeah. It's a very oddly structured film. I liked the structure of the film, but it's not to everybody's cup of tea. So that was something maybe we can cover right before Bone Temple comes out.
Another one that I think is going to be sort of, I was going through the IMDb page last night and was like, what is coming out in 2026? And I saw a movie called Mercy, Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson. And Chris Pratt, I think in the synopsis it said that he has to defend himself to this AI judge, Rebecca Ferguson, for having not killed his wife. And so it's like a battle between human and AI almost. And I'm like, I don't know how that's going to fare. We shall see. Favorite episode?
We've made a few episodes this year. Liz, what is your favorite episode? Maybe not the best, but the one that you've listened to and you're like, oh, we're hitting on all cylinders.
So far, oh my gosh, wait, let me go to our Spotify, which everyone else should do, and just search up The Critics and the Crowd on Spotify. We are there, as well as Buzzsprout and literally anywhere you get your podcasts, guys. I gotta say it, my favorite episode so far is Twilight. I think it's a strong opening. I think it's hilarious. And I love Twilight. So, yes, first episode is our best so far.
I'm going to give it to The Wedding Planner. That was the episode where I felt we really started to hit our stride. Don't get me wrong. I liked Drag Me to Hell and I liked Twilight. I liked both of those episodes. But The Wedding Planner is where we had our first sidebar. It's where we were able to discuss a love of yours and a film I'd never seen before. The back and forth is great. I just think it's a really solid episode. Despite me not loving the film so much, it was such a blast to record and edit.
You're right. Oh, I don't want to change it. No, I feel like our Twilight's so iconic. I'm not going to change it. But I did love The Wedding Planner. Oh, man. Oh, I love my baby so much.
Second place for me is the Bratz and Idiocracy double feature. I liked Bratz and I liked Idiocracy, and I think we did a really good job of dissecting both of those films.
I think second for me is Hocus Pocus. But let's like Wedding Planner, Twilight, tied Hocus Pocus. Because I just re-listening to that one just came out, y'all. That was such a fun listen.
Mount Rushmore of the Critics and the Crowd. These are the figures that, much like Mount Rushmore featuring our greatest presidents, those individuals, real people, who we feel are emblematic of what this podcast is about. I'm going to lead off to kind of get us in the groove and say Tyler Perry. He has made over a dozen films that qualify for this, two of which we've covered, one of which I've liked, the other which I did not. And I think that examining those films, understanding why Medea and his other creations are so loved by audiences and so loathed by critics, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast, to really get into the psyche of critics and crowd.
I'm going to say Adam Shankman. I am a fan of every single thing we've ever covered from Adam Shankman, The Wedding Planner being the main one. I think he could do no wrong, but he is up there because his work is lauded, applauded, and also not that. I was trying to think of like a fun riff and rhyme off of that. I can't. It's fine.
A Walk to Remember, Bringing Down the House, The Pacifier, Cheaper by the Dozen,
Rock
2.
of Ages. Cheaper by the Dozen 2 is the best one. Oh my God. Bleep me out. But okay. Very, very big sidebar. What are your favorite number twos? I'm ready. Ready? Princess Diaries 2. Shrek 2. Cheaper by the Dozen 2. There's more twos, but like sometimes when the sequel is right, it's right. And I think it's so hard to make a sequel that when it's done well, it sometimes surpasses the original. Do you have any in mind?
Does it have to be number 2, or does it have to be, can it be any sequel?
Well, I mean, do you have a sequel in mind?
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I think that Raiders is more important to cinematic history for what it did, but I feel that The Last Crusade is a better film with deeper themes. It does everything that Raiders of the Lost Ark does, but better. I also would say my favorite of that series, personal favorite, is Temple of Doom, which is not as good a film as Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I have seen 20 times. I just love that movie so much. Other great number twos, Terminator 2, The Godfather Part 2, Aliens.
Oh, Terminator 2, holy F, how did I forget about that?
Yeah. The Empire Strikes Back.
Honestly, guys, comment your favorite twos.
Yeah, comment your favorite twos. That's great. All right, back to me. We have Adam Shankman and we have Tyler Perry up on the Mount Rushmore. Next up is someone we both like and dislike in equal measures, Tim Story. He has featured in several of our episodes at this point, Taxi and Shaft and Dashing Through the Snow. We are going to cover a couple more. He is a very talented director. I've liked a lot of his work. Visually, the stories sometimes don't measure up to his vision, but I think he's a superlative director.
And last but not least, my fave, Jenny from the Block.
Jennifer Lopez has only starred in one film that we've covered so far, but I have a feeling she's going to star in many, many more episodes that we have coming up. She's a very talented actor, a great singer, and yet she is very polarizing in the pop culture landscape. Very polarizing figure with such films as Atlas, Marry Me, Ice Age, Continental Drift, What to Expect When You're Expecting, The Backup Plan, The Singer, The Boy Next Door, Monster-in-Law.
Monster-in-Law is a kick-ass movie.
Enough, Ants, Blood and Wine, and Jack, all qualifying for the critics in the crowd.
What about Geely?
Geely does not qualify because everybody hates that film. And that does it for our first awards. What were some of your favorite films that we've covered this year? What are some films that you want us to cover next year? Please drop them in the chats, email us, hit us up on our socials, and we'll make sure to try and give you what you want as we go into 2026. Any parting words before we sing Old Lang Syne?
I love movies so much, and I'm so lucky that you asked me to do this. And I've had quite the roller coaster ride getting to, I think, find myself and what I have to say about films. And I'm still finding myself, still figuring things out, still figuring out how I feel, my opinions. But thank you for giving me the space and the airtime, and I hope everyone out there is enjoying what they're hearing. And again, let us know what you'd like to hear more of, what you don't want to hear any more of. But other than that, love y'all guys. Peace out.
The award to the star of the critics in the crowd easily goes to one Liz Ramirez. I had done a previous pilot for this show audiences, and it wasn't quite clicking. And then I invited Liz to do a pilot with Twilight. She understood the assignment. She suggested that film. We covered it. We were off to the races, and that's why we have a podcast. So if you're out there, I know you love Liz. I get emails from you all the time about how I'm the curmudgeon and Liz is the lover. Give her some love on them socials.
The Critics in the Crowd is hosted by Liz Ramirez and Steele Philippek. Editing and production handled by Steele. Social media by Wendy Dobkin. Logo by Aria Feliciano. Music by Joel Studler, provided by a Humble Bundle. All audio effects are sourced through freesound.org and used under the Creative Commons license. If you feel that we used a piece of audio to which you own the rights, please email helmstarmedia@gmail.com.
This episode was recorded at the Communipub branch of the Jersey City Public Library. Special thanks to Kyle Ramsey and all of the amazing librarians at this location throughout the United States and throughout the world. To quote Liz Ramirez, a phone isn't the only place you can hold worlds in your hands. Visit your local library today.